We go to the people that are in our space and not necessarily startup companies. And so hopefully I don't disrespect anybody who's in a venture startup, company by saying that. But we typically like to stay, kind of within when we vet call it our property management software systems support companies, it's important that whoever we're talking to is already in our space and that they kind of understand, what it is we do on a daily basis before we even entertain, a 30-minute or an hour Zoom meeting, an intro on their product. They've got to have some history in the real estate market and property management or in the hospitality industry, as you mentioned, before we'll even entertain a meeting. And then naturally, we will test it as the corporate office and ask and answer all questions. And we will pilot that product on a property or two, maybe in two different states and two different product types, and then get the feedback from, the on-site team. And it's very honest, open, and objective feedback. Is this really a good product as they claim? Is it really saving you time as they claim? And does it really make sense? I say it to my advertisers all the time. I said, it's one thing to drive leads to my property, but I need lease says. Cost per lead is one thing, but to me, at the end of the day, it's cost per lease. And if it's really helping, and I think one of the things about deploying software as a company and as a corporate office, having worked for two of the largest property management companies in the United States, and the largest management company in the United States, oftentimes we as executives will sit around and we'll get a pitch from a new product and we'll think, oh, this is great, this is wonderful, but then we don't even think of how it's really going to impact the end user. And is it going to create more work or is it going to create less work? And that's really what we all need to be mindful of. Is it really, and you also have to look at who's running your property, who are you piloting? You have to remember that there's old guys like me still running property management companies that may not have the same skill set or the same aptitude or skill. I'd say speed. We have the aptitude. I would say the speed to embrace change and new technology. People tend to have a fear of what they don't know or understand. So I think as long as the product is proven and it's deployed correctly and people embrace it and they understand it, they're not afraid of it, they use it, and they can actually see the benefit rather than adding another administrative burden or something they're afraid of and then they won't use or touch. When we pilot programs, try to pick different, product types, but also different management type of people to be able to gauge whether or not they're going to embrace it and use it and if it's going to be effective or not.